Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive on in, and let's first start off with the fact that DCENT Wallets is holding a major event right now until November 16th. If you purchase a DCENT wallet, I'm going to drop a link down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. If you guys go and get a DCENT wallet right now, you can actually fill out a form on their website. It's at the top, where they are giving away 200 Algorand right now. And as you guys are all aware, if Algorand does make it back to $1 plus, the all-time high was nearly $3. That means that your 200 Algorand could very well be worth $200 to $400, which would cover the DCENT wallet fully and essentially give you a free cold storage wallet. So if you guys do want to take advantage of this massive offer from DCENT Wallet, you guys are more than welcome to, with the links down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. It's going to be at the top, just to make sure that you guys don't miss it. So if you guys do want to go get this, it's a limited time only. I highly suggest everybody go out and get a DCENT wallet right now, especially as we prepare for the next major run up in the market. Now, with that being said, let's dive on in and let's start off with a few things. So the fear and greed index, we are sitting at about roughly 73 in the greed aspect. I have been watching this space in the last 24 hours. We still have a lot of altcoins that are moving into the green zone. Some altcoins on the 7-day span are nearing the 100% gain mark, which is pretty crazy to see. But again, you know, we aren't there yet, right? Like everyone is screaming bull run, bull run, bull run. I don't think that we are there just yet, but I do think that we have started to see some pretty big moves. One of the biggest things that I've been addressing in this market is the fact that, you know, we are still very early on out into this next run. I get very similar like November 2020 vibes, but it's really not the same time in the market. At that time, XRP was starting to break out, going to about roughly 80 cents during November of 2020, and the next month we seen the lawsuit drop. So, you know, if we are still kind of in that November 2020 timeframe where the market is kind of heating up a little bit, then I'm expecting 2024 to be a pretty big year for crypto. But currently, we still need to be patient. We need to make sure that we are being cautious, especially, you know, when altcoins and this entire space is nearing, you know, significant resistance zones. For the most part, I do think that Bitcoin has been doing incredible this year. I'm still targeting that $40,000 plus mark. We have been trailing a little bit, and the overall focus on this market is kind of coming back. Retail is just not interested just yet. I have been really kind of focused on the Google Trends, and Google Trends is telling me that retail just does not care right now. So if you are in this space, if you have been watching this space and researching around this space in the last couple months and even this year alone, then guess what? You are ahead of majority of the general public. But outside of all of this, we have a pretty big day today. So today is day one of Ripple Swell. This is, in my opinion, a pretty significant event. You guys know me, I've been talking about Ripple Swell for a little bit of time now, simply because all of the previous Ripple Swell events have led to pretty significant updates and announcements regarding, of course, Ripple and their plans of actions. Now, currently, we are still a little bit of time out. This starts at 1 a.m. East Coast time. Shout out to Chad Steingraber as well. 40 plus countries represented. The US is not the focus, and here you guys have 600 plus attendees, 80 plus speakers, 40 plus countries represented. And here is the beginning opening remarks. And yes, I do have this over here. They also updated the speakers tab. So it seems as though there's quite a bit of major players here. For an example, a lot of individuals from the Dubai International Financial Center of Authority, the DIFC. We also see some pretty significant names from the industry as well as outside of the industry. We also have Medico being represented here, Vera, Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority as well. DBS Bank, and so many other big players around the financial space. So very excited for this event. You guys, you know, if you've been a follower of you know, Ripple for a while, then you know how pretty significant Swell could be. And I've already gone over the agenda, but just to give you guys a quick little insight. So the Ripple Swell opening remarks is the big thing that we are looking at. After this, we really kind of look at the DIFC and what they are doing, which is, of course, their crucial role in advancing blockchain. So This is definitely going to be exciting, and this is the UAE and how they are at the forefront of cutting-edge technology and the vital role the DIFC is playing in the advancement of Web3 to drive the future of finance. And of course, Monica Long, the president at Ripple, is going to be speaking there, as well as the chief operating officer of the DIFC. So very exciting. Again, a lot of things being addressed here, from the tokenized economy to the emerging digital asset financial crimes, compliance, and sanctions aspect. And there's so much more to really kind of look at this. This is going to be a 2-day event. Definitely stay tuned to see some major updates regarding Ripple Swell. You guys know me that I will be going over this, of course, probably later today or probably tomorrow, but definitely stay tuned for that. Outside of this, we actually have a little bit of an insight from Joel Katz, aka David Schwartz, and this is him really kind of talking about these Ripple Swell events and why they are very significant for us to actually watch, because I know that a lot of you out there are probably thinking, Nick, come on, it's just a Ripple Swell event, it's nothing too significant, why do we even care about this? Well, how about listen to what the CTO at Ripple has to say for this. And shout out to Kelly KBuddy87 over on Twitter for posting this. We do see just finished watching Joel Katz on Untold Stories with Charlie Shrem. Funny clip about the Swell conference, not tender for bankers. Check this out. Let me turn it up for you guys.
Yeah, there's over 300 financial institutions in various stages of deployment, and that's where you. And I think I'll give you another interesting statistic.
Show the extent of going from proof of concept to now you have a robust, ecosystem of banks and financial institutions. That was the purpose.
Right. And one of the key pivots on that for us was Swell. So if your listeners don't know what Swell is a conference that Ripple started to allow our customers to kind of talk to each other and potential customers. And one of the key pivots for Swell was when we realized that we had customers who were on our network who just weren't exchanging, who just didn't know that they were there. So there might be some customer who had some capability to clear funds in some place, and there was another customer who just didn't know that was available on the network. And so we started sort of matchmaking between our customers. I'm not allowed to call it Tinder for banks, so I won't do that. But the basic idea of what...
I remember hearing about this and I'm like, wait, a crypto company is running a banking conference? What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's great. It's awesome. I mean, just that, it shows where we are today.
And there you guys have it, right? A crypto company running a conference for banks. I mean, it really is crazy to think about, but this is why Ripple is so far advanced in the space, and why I'm very excited to have XRP represented by this company as well. Because listen, XRP is not Ripple, Ripple is not XRP, but Ripple as a company understands how significant XRP is. They understand how significant the XRP ledger is as well, because David Schwartz is one of the original architects of the XRP ledger. So they know the power behind this. They understand the power behind the technology. And, if they achieve their goal of the Internet of Value, then I do believe that XRP is going to be a significant piece of the puzzle. And, with all of these major events that Ripple is holding, with all of the significant connections that Ripple has as well, I think that it puts a lot of confidence behind the idea that XRP will be a significant piece of the puzzle and will be a pillar in this new world of finance that is essentially being created through all of these major companies like Ripple and all of these other great projects within the space as well. So this is the number one thing that I'm watching for. And this is also why, the Swell conference is so huge, because ever since we started to see the Ripple Swell events, being held, you can look at all of the major speakers at these events. I mean, they are so prominent. The leaders of the world of finance all gather at these Swell conferences, and it's for a reason. It's a specific reason. So make sure that you are aware of why the Ripple Swell event is so damn crucial to focus on. And also, as we look at a few things, so here is why the DIFC, I focused on it so heavily. So going back to November 2nd, we've seen today the Dubai Financial Services Authority, the DFSA, approved XRP under its virtual asset regime, allowing licensed firms in the Dubai International Financial Center, the DIFC, to incorporate XRP into their virtual asset services. And Chad is actually showing us a little bit of a map here. So we do see real-time payments map by the clearinghouse. Dubai DFSA approved XRP for financial services just days before the long-planned Ripple Swell conference in Dubai starting tomorrow. UAE BRICS Plus. Bombshell announcement incoming. And honestly, I know that a lot of you are probably going to say this is clickbait, or, this is just whatever, it's hype. But honestly, listen, the announcements that we see, I'm not here to, look into an announcement that's going to pump XRP a little bit so that I could sell and, take profits. No, I don't care about that. Listen, XRP is not even close to my original profit taking point. So why the hell would I care about, these announcements providing value to XRP? XRP doesn't need announcements. It doesn't need hype in order for it to hit, certain targets. All it really needs is utilization. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for like institutional grade utilization. And these announcements are huge. And like I said, we've seen announcements every single time from the Ripple Swell event. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see a bombshell announcement. Again, is it speculation? Sure it is. But look at the real-time payments map from the clearinghouse. And you can see the UAE. You can see the significance behind the UAE. So the UAE's immediate payment instruction system was introduced in 2019, but has been slow to catch on. Despite being available at more than 70 financial institutions across the country, real-time transactions account for just 1.1% of the total payments volume. So how are they going to boost that? Well, when we look at real-time payments, you tap into real-time settlement and all of a sudden, boom, that probably will increase the volume significantly. But then you also see all of these other major areas as well. And honestly, the world of real-time payments, it's a reality. But the problem is real-time settlement still, which I've been talking about. Like, real-time payments has always been a thing. Like, that has not been, too crazy of an idea. Real-time settlement, on the other hand, is where things get a little bit tricky, and that's where blockchain and DLT really kind of come into play. And that's where I also think that, Ripple is at the forefront of, right? Like, they're at the forefront of introducing that instant settlement layer to the global financial system. Also, big shout out to Crypto Eddie as well. So we do see more Ripple coverage in the MENA region. So with Swell in Dubai, we'll probably see a lot of these, just like she's saying here as well. But this is from an Arabic daily coverage media company that they are talking about RippleNet, right? And there's a quote from the digital strategy development lead for the Kuwait Finance House Bank: 7 regions worldwide with 430 branches, a glowing blurb. So this is pretty interesting, and you guys do see RippleNet down there. Obviously, I cannot read any of this, so I'm not going to try to, read this. But again, it just shows you the spotlight attention that Ripple and RippleNet and, everything happening around the space does get during these major swell events. And this is another thing on why I say, like, you need to understand the significance of all of these financial leaders, showing up and coming together at these conferences to understand and get to understand just how significant the benefits are around tapping into blockchain and crypto solutions. And we know, like I said, that Ripple has been a pioneer regarding blockchain and crypto solutions. Also, another great thing to note, so going back to November 2nd, shout out to Good Morning Crypto, we've seen this announcement, right? Huge. Ripple makes a historic move in Dubai, right? Like, this is the number one thing that we were talking about even with Chad's post, with the DIFC and the DFSA. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this back up is because of this. So shout out to XRP Drops for this. We do see Finastra open a new office in Dubai International Financial Center. So like I said, the DIFC is one that I'm looking at with, of course, the DFSA, because this is going to pioneer XRP. Like, this is going to open and greenlight XRP's use within the DIFC, which is huge. Now, we have Finastra opening this new office that just happened in March of this year. And this is in, of course, the Dubai International Financial Center. And we already know that Ripple is a partner of Finastra, which expands its influence in the MENA region. So check this out. So Finastra has been operating in Dubai for over 35 years, and more than 300 banks in the Middle East and Africa region use one or more of its solutions. The new office in the ICD Brookfield Place, one of Dubai's most sustainable and prestigious buildings, provides an ultra-modern workspace to enable employees to better collaborate and innovate with customers and partners in the region and beyond. I would not be surprised at all if Ripple and XRP were being tapped in with Finastra in this space. Again, like, I know that a lot of people will say there's no correlation here. You're grasping at strings or whatever. I don't care. The big thing here is that we need to understand how significant Ripple has become as a leader within the space, and also the technology behind Ripple. It is unlike any traditional player out there, and Ripple has deep roots within the traditional system already with some of these major leaders like Finastra. I've talked about Finastra in the past, right? Like, they are an absolute giant. They are a domino effect partnership of Ripple. What do I mean by that? Well, I've talked about it, right? They have 45 out of the top 50 banks already on board with Finastra. They have 8.1 thousand customers from global banks to credit unions. They are an absolute giant, and they are also tackling that SME funding gap, the same funding gap that Ripple was also focused on heavily back in like 2019, 2020, and possibly even beforehand. And their overall idea here is opening the world of finance. We enable the financial services world to deliver the future of banking. How are they doing that? Well, they're doing it through API plug and play technology. And they are offering RippleNet in the cloud through an API plug and play basis, which is huge. And like I said, the significance of Finastra obviously has gone back many years before. They are an absolute giant. And like I said, I think that it's not a coincidence, right? Like, I don't believe in coincidences in the space. Finastra and Ripple having a headquarters in, of course, Dubai, and becoming prominent leaders in the UAE region, and have been leaders in the UAE region for a little bit of time. I don't think that this is a coincidence. I think that a lot of this is already lined up. I think that what we are seeing right now is all of the steps being taken in order for the true vision of the internet of value to be realized in. And like I said, I think XRP, I shouldn't even say I know at this point in time that XRP plays a crucial role in this new financial system. I think that, as we look at what's going on in the world of crypto and finance, things are changing very fast. I look forward to the days where we don't need to speculate anymore, and we don't need to sit here and say, yeah, I think that, some pretty big things are happening here. Because what will happen, and I've already talked about this in the past, we will see a big bang event. And that big bang event is having regulations in place in order for utilization of XRP in the institutional grade markets to be finally realized in. And that's what I'm waiting for personally, because at that time, like in this market, everything will change. This entire space will change. Like right now, we're looking at Bitcoin to pump our bags, right? Because we're still in a Bitcoin driven market. Imagine when we are in a utility based market. What do you think the value of XRP, the true value of XRP really is? Like, shut out all the market manipulation and, the major sell-offs because, the market is flipping bearish, or, Bitcoin is, dropping in price. That means XRP is going to drop in price. Like, imagine all of that is just noise anymore, and we could finally get past it, and we are now in a utility driven market. What do you actually think the real value of XRP is? I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Drop it down in the comments below. In my opinion, I already am looking at some very, very high figures for XRP. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.